My name is Ginger Stevens. I'm a 6th grade learning strategist at Quest to Learn. Quest to Learn is a school that is built all around game-based learning. This is our 3rd year in existence. The majority of students I focus on working with are students who have learning disabilities. They may have trouble reading, writing, with conceptual thinking, and just need a lot of scaffolding in the classroom and a lot of modifications. The whole school was developed around the idea of seeing how we can make schooling as game-like as possible. I mean, I think one of the reasons I was attracted to Quest to Learn is that I did use a lot of analog games in my old teaching. I think something that the digital aspect of games brings to working with students with learning disabilities is there is the potential to have very kinesthetic experiences for students, specifically using Small Lab, an amazing immersive space where digital image is projected onto a floor and students interact with that simulation in a very tactile, kinesthetic way. I think in a lot of other schools, students might just be using a laptop, perhaps with headphones, just kind of absorbed in the computer and not interacting with other students, but I don't think that's as rich of an educational experience. I think a lot has to be done to build a lesson around, again, kids consuming games really critically. Some challenges I think with digital games are, depending on the design of the game, it can be challenging to really assess how the students are doing. Some commercial games are developed so that there's sort of a backdoor for teachers to go in and check the data, but I found that the data isn't always exactly the kind of data that I'm looking for. A thoughtful teacher can also come up with ways to collect that data from students in different ways, even if it's as simple as having students write down their score at the end of a session or write some reflection questions. I think games can be a really powerful way for students to demonstrate their own knowledge and to really explore, especially if they're changing a game that already exists. We're really a school that's built around students as producers, not consumers. So we want kids to figure out how games work. We want them to develop their own games. I think a lot of people think that when students are playing digital games, they're just being really passive and they're just like watching TV and just absorbing. But games are just like any other form of media. We have to teach our kids to consume them really critically and hopefully to use them as tools to make a difference in the world and be sophisticated thinkers and share their own ideas.